Alright, we're going to begin, this is for test 1, and our topic will be inverse functions. Alright, so here is a strategy for your inverse functions. Number 1, solve for x. You can barely see it. Solve for x. If you have a function that says y equals, for example, let's say x squared plus 4. X squared plus 4. What we're going to do, we're going to solve for the x. So we're going to say y minus 4 equals x squared. So the square root of y minus 4 equals x. Alright, let's see, we have solved for x. The next step will be to replace all of your x values, if you have more than one, with your y. And you will replace all the y values with x. So here we look at this example function. We have the square root of y minus 4 equals x. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this y with this x with this y. So now we're going to say the square root of x minus 4 equals y. That's our second step. Replace x with y. Vice versa. Number 3, what we're going to do is we're going to solve then for y, so that we write y, so that we actually have our y value. You see, we already have it here. That's number 1 reason we did this. This is our inverse function. Now what we're going to do, since we want the inverse of the function, we're going to replace this y right here with x to the negative 1, or the inverse function of x. So we're going to say f of f negative 1. That's not f raised to the negative 1 power. So that's the inverse. So we're saying inverse function of x equals the square root of x minus y. So that is the inverse of, x minus 4. And so the inverse function of f of x, which is the inverse of x, equals the square root of x minus 4. That's the inverse of y equals x squared plus 4. Alright, now we're going to go into an example problem. It's not going to be too long. Right, so our example problem, we are given f of x equals x squared minus 7x plus 10. Okay, you can barely see that. That's a 2, right? So, make it easier. Y equals x squared minus 7x plus 10. Okay, our first step, we are going to solve for our x value. So, this is what we have. We have right. Easiest way to do that. Set the y equal to 0. Okay? So, in this current form, we'll subtract the y. So now we have 0 equals x squared minus 7x plus 10 minus y. Now, we cannot factor this quadratic in this form. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the quadratic equation to find the answer. That quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c. I lined it up this way for a reason. In this case, ax squared, that's 1 times x squared. Bx will be negative 7x. And our c will actually be 10 minus y. As you can see. Okay, So the quadratic equation, or this, yes, the quadratic equation is negative b, so that's negative 7, minus the square root of b squared plus negative 7 squared minus 4ac. As we see, our b and our a are coefficients. So our a is 1, so times 1. And our c, what is our c value? Our c value is actually 10 minus y. So we're going to say times 10 minus y. All of that over 2 times a. A equals 1, so that makes it really simple. So we have 2 on the bottom. All that. Okay. This all equals x. See, we're solving for our x value. Okay. So let's go ahead and simplify this expression. What we get, by the way, that is plus or minus the square root of negative 7 squared minus 4 times 10 minus y. Okay, so as we simplify this answer, we get x equals 7 plus or minus the square root of 49 minus 40 minus 40 plus 4y. Oh, you can see, we squared this number, we distributed this negative 4, 10, and the y. We ignored the 1 because 1 is 1. It doesn't affect the problem. And so now we have x equals 7 plus or minus the square root